Welcome all wrestling fans from around the world. This is the Wrestling Informer, and I am here to provide you with news, facts, and spoilers about the wrestling world. Today, I would like to speak to you about the Superstar Shakeup as it's coming next week. It will start on Monday Night Raw, and it shall go on to the next day on SmackDown Live, and that will be the end of it. Now, I would like to speak to you about some call ups that will be coming up. This is a spoiler per se, and it was a perfect sign that this call up from NXT is going to show up on SmackDown. And the reason being is because Kyrie Sane was given a last chance at the title, at the NXT Women's title against Shayna Baszler. Now, William Regal said if she would lose, that she wouldn't get a title shot again. Now, after her losing the ability to gain the title against Baszler, she started to wave to the fans and say thank you, in a way that somebody would say goodbye or say that they have an injury, as we saw previously when Roman Reigns had to leave, and years back when Finn Balor had to leave, and you know how it goes. So, as if you've seen NXT, you have to follow it, and Kyrie Singh and Shariah are both a tag team called the Sky Pirates. Now, the reason why I'm saying that this is a spoiler is because Kyrie saying said goodbye, and Shariah Michael hasn't been seen on NXT this last week and hasn't been scheduled for any NXT matches at Full Sail. And now I'm bringing it back to spoiler alert. I will be dropping any spoilers at the end of my video. What Paige said on SmackDown, that she's gonna bring a new women's tag team to face the Iconics. Now, this could mean we call up for the Sky Pirates, in which it would be awesome to see them on SmackDown because they have the high flying, strong style fighting, as you could see that Oscar has, but they're more of a risk taker, so they will do more high flying scenes for women on the women's division. Now, Paige, after she said that, automatically I thought, who's getting called up? Is there a new team being formed? Maybe a team from Raw or SmackDown, basically saying one woman from Raw and one woman from SmackDown will be picked to become a new tag team, or basically having a tag team that's already on Raw and bringing them to SmackDown, or maybe she has done the impossible like Daniel Bryan did and has come back from retirement and been doing the whole hyperbolic chamber situation and might come back with her own tag team partner. Now, these are all speculations and rumors, but most likely one of these three things will happen, and it will make SmackDown a better brand, and it will be attracting more people to it. Now, there's a little thing that's getting me a little bit annoyed. I know probably you, the wrestling fans, or that have been seeing all Raw and SmackDown these previous months. I feel like the shakedown has made it become a little pointless, with the wrestlers showing up randomly on both brands and starting feuds with no endings, it's just leaving us in the air. Like, I was asking myself, I know probably you two were asking yourselves, where are these? Where what are we supposed to be thinking about asking if the brands are gonna split or are the brands coming together once again? But for me, it joggled my mind, and it didn't make no sense why they would make Becky dual champion. Why would they do the Kofi and Seth try to become dual champions, and so forth, and pushing so much of the brands and people in their brands higher to receive each title that they have created, and to throw that all away would be nonsense. It would end up being a heartbreak to all these fans and to myself as well, because then all these new title reigns will be in the garbage. Now, the roster that I have showed right here for Raw and SmackDown are somewhat new, are somewhat from the previous year because of just bringing it to where Angle was GM. Now he isn't. He is retired. And also Paige, she's still going to be GM, but even though we haven't seen her, now we know she's really going to be on SmackDown. Making some changes, and we have lost a couple wrestlers due to retirement and other reasoning. Maybe especially Kane becoming the mayor, so he's out of the picture. Bray Wyatt hasn't been seen for a while. Maybe he's probably gonna come back and do a couple vignettes and promos and just come out, and he might surprise us all and just jump from the Raw brand to SmackDown, or do something in between. We also don't have Goldust anymore, which was a great loss. I feel like it was nice to have him there. Now even though we didn't see Rowan or Luke Harper until this year, Rowan coming back to help Daniel Bryan these last previous months, and Luke Harper coming back in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which was awesome. We also will not be seeing the Big Show for a while unless they really need him. Dolph Ziggler is still in the air. He might be seen again. If not, he will not probably resign. Also, as you see in this picture, Chris Jericho, Chris Jericho has moved on, and he is now officially signed on AEW. But now I will bring it back to the shakeup. We can for sure see that the Intercontinental title that is being held right now by Finn Balor, and the U.S. title being held right now by Samoa Joe, will automatically switch brands, because this is the beautiful part. Finn Balor has never been on SmackDown, and even though Joe has been on Raw and jumped to SmackDown, but now he jumps back to Raw, it would make so much of a better feud for him to start with other wrestlers. But Finn Balor would make the best intro, because he will come here as a face, not a heel, and he can bring so much to the Intercontinental title with Kevin Owens coming back, and other wrestlers that are worthy of having the title reign, and hopefully there would be a little feud. And I understand that Mojo right now is now on SmackDown. I mean, it might be on SmackDown because of this new character that he has been creating, and this character might just show up and just go against everybody. But you never know, as everything has changed as from this picture, and we are hopefully going to see new feuds on SmackDown for the Intercontinental Championship, and U.S. title will have more feuds and will have more meaning to both titles. Also, to move on, I will talk about Daniel Bryan. moving to the Raw brand to replace Roman Reigns. Now, I know this is a shocker, this is a real spoiler. The reason is because Daniel Bryan has finally reached the A brand, as they call it, because of his consistency these last couple months. He has rode the momentum as a big wave, and he hasn't fallen off at all. Meaning, even if he just finished dropping the title, his fan base will move wherever he moves. It's like the yes chance on Raw, and he's not even in there. Like, he's not on Raw. So the best thing for us is to see why he will be pushed to Raw. And also another superstar that will be jumping brands is going to be Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss will switch brands because she will have a better title chance to become a two-time SmackDown Women's Champion than becoming the Raw Women's Champion, as Becky Lynch has both titles, and sooner or later she will lose the SmackDown title. Now, as appointing to Becky Lynch and Charlotte will be staying on Raw to continue the feud, and that moves on to the next person that I want to speak to that will be making a jump to SmackDown, which is Sasha Banks, and it's because of the same reason. Becky and Charlotte are on fire, and they're gonna stay on Raw as the A brand because that's what the McMahons want, and it's basically best for everybody. And that moves on to the next person that I want to speak to that will be making a jump to SmackDown, which is Sasha Banks, and it's because of the same reason. Becky and Charlotte are on fire, and they're gonna stay on Raw as the A brand because that's what the McMahons want, and it's basically best for everybody. Also, AJ Styles will be joining the Raw brand because he has done and faced all he could do on SmackDown and everyone he can with all the major players over there on the SmackDown brand. And I will move on now to Kofi Kingston and the New Day. If I recall, they have reappeared on Monday Night Raw. At first, it was, supposedly to share celebration, and then it turned to title against title, who can be a dual champion, as Kofi referred to watching the women's main event match at WrestleMania on Sunday. Now, this became an issue because the bar interrupted the match, so it made it impossible for us to really enjoy and see who was going to really be that guy to carry both titles. Now, the interruption of that match by the bar was set to be because of what might happen if one would lose the title after Mania. Now, Kofi cannot lose it, please. He cannot. He just received it, and so has Seth. They both have fought their way many months. Seth from the Rumble until Mania, and Kofi after Gauntlet and turnaround, and Kevin Owens signing in before him, and all this other stuff. So neither of them could afford to lose the title. And for the New Day, they are one of the best and most praised tag team champions you could ever find. They have the longest reigning tag team as tag team champions, so it would only make them fair for them to just go and join Raw, and also the Bar would join them as it would spice up and bring back some tag team talent to Raw because we're losing so much, especially with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson leaving the company. This is a big spoiler. They are leaving the company. They have turn down the multi-million dollar uh, uh, contracts that have been presented to them, and they do not want to be on WWE brands, SmackDown or Raw, because they feel like they're being misused, because they were on the bench for almost like 4 months, and you just seen them on two shows and maybe on the pay per view, and that was about it. But that's that's what I can say for the tag team division. Now we'll move on to the last and final big spoiler. Rumors are going all over the place. I'm going crazy because this is such an amazing jump that would be so glorious that even Bobby Roode will have to actually give that glorious title name to this person, because Seth Rollins can make SmackDown better if he does the jump to a SmackDown. Think about it. He's bringing the Universal title to SmackDown, and Kofi can go over there and bring the WWE Championship to Raw and stay there and have new feuds with new people, because Kofi is on another level, and so many people would want to test him and his level and not say it was just a fluke that he beat Daniel Bryan at Mania. It was just something that they wanted to give him. He's going to prove it if he does that jump to Raw. And now Seth will bring up so many fans to SmackDown that it will be so insane. And how many different people would want the Universal title? I can name Randy Orton number one, because he wants to have all the titles, all the glory, as he would say about his career against AJ Styles' career when they were doing battle at Mania, and prior to that. Also, there are other key players like Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, that they could do an individual run for the title, and we could see guest appearances from different people. Now that is the biggest rumor spoiler that I can give you guys. Seth jumping to SmackDown with the Universal title.